Hello everyone. I just really wanted to go over the Exdiv trade that I like to do quite frequently. Now this is only going to work if you're going to get an Exdiv on the FTSE 100 around 8 pips and above. I posted this on Twitter last Wednesday. I just wanted to show you a little bit more detail of what I was actually talking about. So if you trade the FTSE 100 on the ex-div date, which is every Wednesday, um, what you want to do is go long at precisely around 4:29, 30 seconds, 4:29, 45 seconds. So you buy the FTSE just before the stock exchange closes at 4:30. What that's going to do is when the ex-div points do come off, you're going to receive them. So whatever you decided to go along with, let's say 10 pips a point. In this case, it's 18.4 pips. You're going to get 184 pounds in your account. However, as you know, you're going to get a drop, so you're going to be minus 18.4 pips just after half four. So what do you do? Well, there's nothing to worry about, because what actually happens is there's lots of other ex-div trade hunters out there, and they will buy the market after 4:30 and influence the market to go back up. Nobody really knows how long it takes for the market to go back up, but it will. It will. It can be immediately. It can be within 5 to 10 minutes. It may take all evening until the next morning, but the gap will get filled from 4:30. Okay, so if I just read out what I've been talking about. So if you trade the FTSE 100 to go long on the day of ex-dividend, and the trade is still open after 4:30, you're going to receive the points declared to be taken off the FTSE. So as I said, at 4:29, 30 seconds to 4:29, 45 seconds, buy the FTSE. At 4:30, there will be a drop of 18.4 pips, in this case on the 9th of November. On the IG FTSE index, it's important to be trading with IG for this to work. Close the trade on approximately a 15 pip retrace or less. That's to play it safe. Some people might want to try and wait to retrieve all of the pips. The best thing to do though is, if you take 2-3 pips off the total and try and recoup at least 80%. That's what I was talking about there. Or as I was saying, if you're brave enough, wait for the gap to fill. So if we take a look at what I'm talking about, you can see here now. This is only really going to work on a 1 minute chart, so it's quite difficult to do this on a mobile phone. This is really, in my opinion, something to be doing in front of a computer with a very good internet connection. I don't really normally do this on my mobile phone. As you know, I trade only with my mobile phone at the moment. I'll show you another technique though in a minute. So if you look right here, this is precisely when I would buy the FTSE, just here. So here you can see on 9th November 1629, I would go long here. Now you can see immediately afterwards we've got the 18.4 drop here. Okay, so what I would do normally is buy here, and now as you can see, straight away I'm minus 18.4 pips down, but I've received the ex-div of 18.4 pips. Okay, so as I was saying, you have to wait. Now you have to play the waiting game, and really it's who's got the who's got the balls, how long you want to wait for. In this particular case, fantastic. Look what's happened. It's actually gone above the 60, or we've got 69.03 open position just before. It's gone right the way up to, what have we got here, 69.11. Okay, so from 69.03, let's say 69.04, to around here. So you're looking at an extra 9 points, 8 points, 875 points, something like that. So you've got your 18.4 pips come off for your ex-dividend in your back pocket, in your kitty, and then you've pulled out above, so you've made a little bit extra. Fantastic. and that's what I'm talking about. So you can see here how the traders influence the how they like to influence the market to go back up. You know. Now the other option that you can do is, you'll find, if I go onto the 5-minute chart now on the Wednesday, you'll find that the market is going to tend to start going bullish on ex-dividend day around the afternoon time. If you refer to my volatility clock that I was talking about, the best time to buy on the ex-dividend day, if you're going to get the big ex-div about 18.4 points or 10 points, something like that, the best time to actually buy would be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just before the market actually opens, the US market I'm talking about. And you can see here, if we just take a look here, so what I'd be doing is, in my mind I'd be thinking, right, 2 o'clock, I'm looking for a long. I know that 18.4 pips are going to come off, but don't forget, everybody's going to be buying the market at around this time. Okay, so the market's going to go bullish. Okay, now I would be looking for a situation with my RSI technique to go long. Now in this particular case, I did say 2 o'clock, but if you look here, around what we're talking here on the 5 minutes, so 11:30, we're looking. We're getting close. We're getting close to oversold here with the RSI. It's around 33. Here would be a great position to go long. 67.96, right up here. What have we got here? 67.96, 67.96, 68.93. That's 100 pips. 100 pips. We are talking around the US election time when this happened, but generally what I'm trying to say is, you've got two options: do the ex-div trade that I recently showed you, or buy the market on ex-div day. Look for the oversold sign and hang on and pull out just before the ex-div, just before 4:30. It's gonna go bullish at some point. Nobody really knows when. Best time to actually say is around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, half an hour before the US market comes on, and then close your trade out just before the 4:30 when the ex-div takes off, because why be greedy? You've made your pips there. Okay, so it's just something I wanted to show you. What actually happens on the ex-div day. This is purely market function. It's got nothing to do with what actually happens in the world. The ex-div is a market function that happens every Wednesday. So if you go onto your watch list, you get the news from the news feed from your FTSE on IG, and it normally comes here. Reuters normally tell you as well. If I show you here on around the 9th, it's always going to be around the beginning of the week. So let's see now, where is it? There you go, here. So on the Monday, in this particular case it was close to 3:30, but if we look at the news feed here, so this is from Reuters. It always comes from Reuters. Ex-div to take 18.4 points. So just something to keep in your mind if you want to try and do that trade on a Wednesday. It is successful. It does work. You just need a little bit of nerve once you do go long. When do you close out your trade to take your profit? Okay, so hope you enjoyed that, and give it a go. Cheers.